We left off at Jeremiah 46, chapter 15, I believe. Or is it chapter... Yeah, chapter 46, 15. Why are thy valiant men swept away? They stood not because the Lord did not drive them, or did drive them. He made many to fall. Yeah, one fell upon another, and they said, Arise, let us go again to our own people, and to the land of our nativity, from the oppressing sword. They did cry there, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, is but a noise. He hath passed the time appointed. As I live, saith the king, whose name is the Lord of hosts, surely as Tabor is among the mountains, and as Carmel by the sea, so shall he come. O thou daughter, dwelling in Egypt, furnish thyself to go into captivity, for Noph shall be waste and desolate without inhabitant. Egypt is like a very fair heifer, but destruction cometh out of the north. Also her hired men are in the midst of her like fatted bullocks, for they are also turned back and are fled away together. They did not stand because the day of the calamity was come upon them, and the time of their visitation. The voice thereof shall go like a serpent, for they shall march with an army, and come against her with axes and hewers of wood. They shall cut down her forests, saith the Lord, though it cannot be searched, because they are more than the grasshoppers, and are innumerable. The daughter of Egypt shall be confounded. She shall be delivered into the hand of the people of the north. Wow. The Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, saith, Behold, I will punish the multitude of No, and Pharaoh, and Egypt with their gods and their kings, even Pharaoh and all them that trust in him. I will deliver them into the hand of those that seek their lives, into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and into the hand of his servants. And afterward it shall be inhabited, as in the days of old, saith the Lord. But fear not, thou, my servant, Jacob, be not dismayed, O Israel, for behold, I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and be in rest and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. Fear thou not, O Jacob my servant, saith the Lord, for I am with thee, for I make a full end of all of the nations, whether I have driven thee, but I will not make a full end of thee, but correct thee in measure, yet I will not leave thee wholly unpunished. So holy is spelled with a W, W-H-O-L-L-Y, in the King James Bible. That's interesting indeed, huh? Interesting that it's spelled with the W. So it might mean a different holy. Like whole, holy is whole. W-H-O-L-E is like whole. Like, that's not the same thing as H-O-L-E, right? It's spelled the same, but or spelled differently, pronounced differently, but spelled differently, but pronounced the same. So, what is happening here? What is happening is the Nebuchadnezzar is still doing stuff, contract work for the God of Israel. That's what's happening. Because, like I said in the last segment, nobody worthy of God in Israel to do the job. God had to hire a Gentile, a non-Jew, to do the job, which is Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. He has better things to do than come to Egypt to fight Pharaoh. Well, Pharaoh, there's going to be war. There's going to be a lot of bloodshed in the next few chapters. We thought we were done with war in 1 Kings, 2 Kings, and in the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel, Nehemiah, Esther. Then we get to the Psalms. The war has been plaguing Israel for many years here. Israel has a lot of issues with kings and rulers and God. A lot of people have died already through these wars. A lot of people. So when is the bloodshed going to stop? That's a good question. I don't think it'll never stop. I think it's going to keep going and going. The bloodshed will never stop here, it seems like. Because men are proud and arrogant. They'll never bow down to a living God, will they? They're so proud and arrogant and prideful. Until another king makes them bow down, obviously. It had to be Nebuchadnezzar, right? You know? So you had all these, Pharisees and Sadducees in Israel. They thinking that just because they're priests of high-ranking priests of God, they can step on Jeremiah, the prophet of God. They can, make him look like he's nuts. When in actuality, he's like, they're the one nuts. They're the ones that are nuts. It's not Jeremiah that's nuts. It's these idiots that are nuts. They're idiots. They're morons. That's what the devil does. The devil will try to make you look like a bad guy when you're the good guy. That's what he does. He's a little snake. He's a little serpent. Like he tricked Adam and Eve in the garden. He comes slithering to make you look like you're the one that's doing the wrong when really you're doing right. He likes to make you look like the bad one. When in actuality, he's the evil one. He's the rotten one. He's the one that smells like, what. But God is able. God is able to bring people up out of the dumps, whatever you're at, and He'll make you brand new. He'll make you brand new here. He will if you allow Him to. He's the only one that can do it for you. No king, no ruler, no priest, no pastor. Only He can. That's why you have to open the channel between you and Him. You and Yeshua. You work it out. Some way. The devil will try to hinder that. Hinder your... Excuse me. I'm about to get the hiccups. I don't know why I'm having hiccups. I have coffee, I have water. I'm still getting hiccups for some reason. It's odd. A lot of odd things will happen when I read the Bible like this. I don't know what it is. But God is more powerful than demons and devils, and that you are going to be victorious because you rely on Him. You rely on Lord Yeshua. You don't rely on Nebuchadnezzar even though Nebuchadnezzar is doing some good for God here. The temptation is always to look at another idol, whether it be a movie star, whether it be a music star, whether it be, an athlete star. The only star that we should have is star Jesus in our heart. That's the only star that should be in our hearts. The other stars, they're awesome, they're talented, but they're not the ultimate star, are they? So don't let Hollywood trick you. Don't let the movie stars trick you here. The real star is King Jesus, Yeshua. He's the only star here. So I'm going to go ahead and end it with that, with chapter 46. This is the second segment. I'm your host, Soshi. Until the next episode, stay prayed up, because that's the only way you're going to beat this enemy. You know who I'm talking about. That's Satan. Lay him out, man. He's a little punk. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you.